Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today's December the 18th, 2021. Chargepoint. Yes, I'm going to come in today and talk to you all about Chargepoint. You guys can see what the market has done in relation to my prediction. Now, I did an update video on November the 9th, right? And I was telling you all that I was still looking for Chargepoint to go up, but we got snagged. Yeah, I'm going to talk about what happened to the market price against my price prediction, and then I'm going to talk to you all about maybe we might continue to go lower. I know you guys don't want to hear that, but I got to keep it real, and I got to give you all the news as to how I see it on the price chart. This is how you're not going to be emotional because you see price go down, because the market actually tells us these things way ahead of time, that the market was geared to go lower. And I'm going to talk about that. So if you guys appreciate my videos and my content, hit the like button, share the video, and also subscribe to the channel. Everyone else tries to make this so hard, so complicated. They want you to, look at the inflation rate. They want you all to look at what the Fed, Jerome Powell, is speaking. They want you to do research on fundamental analysis of the earnings of the company. They want you to see what the infrastructure bill is going to do for these EV charging stations. They want you to go ahead and see what the technical analysis is saying for the price chart. And this is what they term due diligence, right? And in the end, you'll just be more confused as to where you were if you were just to look at the price chart. And this is what I do. I just look at the price. I don't care what anyone else tries to tell me. I don't care what I read about any particular type of company. I don't care about what Jerome Powell says. I don't care what the infrastructure bill is even about regarding EV charging stations. I don't care, because everyone else is already doing the information and research for us. Before these big banks, before these financial institutions actually come through and put on a position themselves, they do their own research, right? So why do we need to come in and do the research again? The price chart is literally everyone's consensus. All you have to do is pay attention to what the people are doing with the money. I mean, for instance, look, I did a updated price video in Chargepoint on November the 9th, right? And I was telling you all that I was still looking for the market to go up, right? I was. Now, did price go up? It went up slightly, right? We had like a day, maybe 2 days for us to nibble off some bag, right? For us to profit. Right here, November the 17th, and then again on the 22nd. Now, we already knew that price in Chargepoint was finding sellers here. So let me show you. The market always speaks to us, right? This is where the lid was. Yes. And the market in Chargepoint, we got to give the market credit because it tried to break up above $28. We give them credit. This is why I was playing the strength into the market in Chargepoint. But as you saw days go on, and the market being unsuccessful at breaking above 28, you should have recognized and said, all right, cool. The selling pressure at $28 is massively strong to where the buyers could not overcome it. And that's when the price started its decline. Price started to decrease, right? Now, that's cool. That's fine. We still had our area of support into the market for Chargepoint around 22 though, right? So, even though we saw price get rejected at 28, we would have still held on to the play, because I told you $22 is where we will still anticipate the market to go up, right? So check this out. We knew that the market got rejected at $28. Price started to come down, right? So here we are. We're on the decline. But then hold up. Right here on December the 3rd, was where the answer was made for us as to whether or not the buyers are going to continue to control the market in Chargepoint, or are we going to start a decline in price. Right here, December the 3rd. This is where the market told us that the sellers are winning in the market. So you would have to come through and cut the play on December the 3rd. So if we were to get out on that close, that's around 22%, right? This is how you have to learn how to say, yeah, I didn't get it right. I need to cut it now, because the market is definitely telling me instead of price going up, it's going down. So we would have lost 21.65% there versus where we closed out on Friday, which is around 31. See, Sometimes you got to understand that every price prediction you're not going to get is going to be accurate or correct. And if it's not that, if it's not correct, you got to know when to minimize the losses and go. And don't look back and move on to the next opportunity. Okay, so yeah, we didn't get it right, but I wanted to give y'all a play-by-play for we all can see how to read price charts and say, yeah, maybe you didn't get this one right. This is how you're able to eliminate, all of that hoping and wishing that the market is going to reverse course and come back up. Just saying. All right, now let me get rid of that. Okay, now, is this terrible news? Okay, first of all, for one, this is bad that as Chargepoint was coming up, right, back in October, Chargepoint was making its ascension higher, massively strong. We found a lid at 28, right? We wanted to see the lid come in at 32, but the market did not have enough momentum to continue to push price up to $32. That's bad because you guys can see how price in Chargepoint is making lower highs, right? The market highs in Chargepoint is getting lower and lower. That's not good, right? So the next area on the movement higher in Chargepoint would be like maybe 22, 24, and then continue to see the decline in price. This is the current environment that we have going on into the market in Chargepoint. So there's no need for us to continue to expect restriction to come in at 32 because we're making lower highs. So the next area for us to see restriction will be around 28 at least. So you guys can tell that we even broke 22 to the downside. So this is not support no more neither. So we need to move this to where support is. And it's now at 18. We saw the market bounce in Chargepoint in October around 18. We need to see it happen again, plain and simple. We saw the market start its massive breakout in November 2020 around 18. We need to see that again. So price is trading around $18 now. This is what we need to see. We need to see the market start its ascension higher in price. I mean, this is relatively simple. This is our expectation, but it doesn't mean that it's going to come to fruition. All right. So look at this. This is Chargepoint on a 3-day, right? And you guys can see that, yeah, there's still some weakness here in the market in Chargepoint on a 3-day perspective. This is Chargepoint on the 5-day. Can you all see that the market weakness is still apparent? Chargepoint on the weekly time frame. Look at the volume. The volume definitely is coming out into the market in Chargepoint over the last 2 weeks, and the spread is very relatively small compared to the spread that came in on the week of November 29th. But the volume is heavier. Again, buyers are coming into the market in Chargepoint right there. That is what that means. Okay. Now, let's look at this on the 5 weeks. This is where the terrible news is at. Massively terrible news. Let me show you why. Because I want you all to see this. All right. The last 5 weekly price bar in Chargepoint, it started on October the 11th, 2021. Chargepoint saw a very good move higher. We did, right? We would have expected to see on the next 5 weekly price bar, the market to continue to do this, go up. That is our expectations after the conclusion of this 5 weekly price bar right here. Question: did we get that? No, did we really get that in Chargepoint? We did not get that. Price, instead of continuing to go up and continuing to go up, it came down. And matter of fact, it came all the way back to where we started on October the 11th, 2021. So all of those gains for us to see price in Chargepoint go up, only to see it come back down, that's terrible. It lets us know that the buyers wasn't able to dominate the market. The answers are already here on the chart. So at least on a 5-week perspective, the market in Chargepoint is still anticipated to go down. Yeah. Now, I want you all to see the volume from this last completed weekly 5-week price bar versus the previous one. We even saw higher volume come in. So yeah, the selling definitely achieved its objective to push the price back down. Let's look at this on the monthly. Look at this. Even from a monthly perspective in Chargepoint. So the question is, from a long-term perspective, I am weak in the market in Chargepoint. I won't change that until this occurs. Okay? Until we see this price in Chargepoint break back up above $20. We cannot think bullish until we see the market do that. Until that time, even from a 5-week, 2 weekly, 2 weeks, weekly, monthly time frame, we have to play weakness. Now, we cannot act like we didn't know what was going on in the price at Chargepoint. I mean, look at the chart. The market tells us what's been going on since December 2020. Yes, we've been seeing price go down. So what's the point of us being emotional and upset? The answers are already here. And based on what happened on the last 5-weekly time frame, it looked like the market is still weak. Okay, now let me show you all though, because the market cannot go massively lower all the time, right? It has a stoppage, and the stoppage is at 0. So I'm not necessarily looking for Chargepoint to, go down to 0. I'm seeing it right around here though. Okay, and this is from a long-term perspective. Okay, now 1750 will have to be my first spot for us to nibble off the play, for us to see the market go down and us to take the bag. 1750. Okay, right there. Now that's only 7.75% probability, but that's cool because I understand that the market can still reverse its course of going down to starting to go back up. I got that. All right. Now that would be the first spot. My second spot would be down here towards 16. And that's about it. I mean, I'm not really all that weak into the market in Chargepoint, even though the 5-weekly time frame is telling me that it's massively weak right now. Okay. Now I am going to play the weakness in the market in Chargepoint until that time, or we see this market break above 22. I think I told you 20, but I'm going to do 22. Okay. I'm going to play the market weakness in Chargepoint until we see this market break back up above $22. We're going to continue to play that weakness. Our first area for us to nibble off the profitability in Chargepoint is around 1750, and then the third area is right there around 16. Okay, and that's it. Now, we did see buyers come into the market to end out last week, so yes, we could see the price go up in Chargepoint beginning. I understand. So I'm actually expecting us to kind of do something like this, right? And you might get a couple of days where the market goes up, something like that. So yeah, I got it. I mean, yeah, I know that the price initially can go up in Chargepoint. So I know I'm gonna get someone to drop a comment saying that I got it wrong in the very beginning. No, actually, I'm expecting us to get some uplift in Chargepoint's price because we saw a decline recently. And at some point, the market needs to try to show some life and come back up. So I got that. But this is the play right here for Chargepoint going forward. I'm playing the weakness still until I see price break above 22 now. Okay. So now I want to know, what is your price prediction into the market in Chargepoint? Are you seeing higher prices? Are you seeing the market continue to go down slightly like I am? I'm not expecting a collapse. I'm not expecting a plummet, but there's still weakness being seen on the longer term price charts. So let me know. Make sure you maintain the profitability, and as always, trade different.